8 questions with the
With the
Beerists.
Beerists.
8 questions.
Fucking nailed it, guys.
That was the best one. Hands
What?
down.
Art Nicholas has the first question. What flavor would you like to see more of in beers? I really enjoy coconut in several styles, not just stouts. Well, nobody asked you, Art.
Coconut, man. I wouldn't say it's coconut. I would say
Well, your answer's gonna be different than Art Nicholas.
curry.
Curry.
Remember the Indra Canindra?
Yeah.
I do. That beer was
Use more of
fucking
that.
great.
Ballast Point Indra Canindra.
Give me like a good yellow curry aroma in a stout. Or I made that curry saison, and I loved that curry saison I made that one time.
It goes better than you think.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. What about you, Mike?
Here's the thing is that generally I hate adjuncts, especially in things where it's styles where I feel like the beer itself should sing.
Mhm.
Like don't throw anything in my Pilsner. But I have had beers where the adjuncts were nice and subtle and really complemented the rest of the flavors of the beer. So really anything as long as subtlety and finesse is involved. That's where I like adjuncts. I want them to just lay in the cut. I don't want them to be the central point of the beer. I don't like it over the top. I want the rest of the beer to just be a great base beer where I can't really fucking tell that there's something there.
So last
That
question,
and peanut
Minnie.
butter.
Last question, Minnie. You guys jumped all over my shit because I had more than one favorite of something. I listed 5 instead of 1. And Mike just literally said everything.
No. I was about to jump on his shit and say, Mike, you got to pick one thing, which is peanuts. Mike
Yes.
wants more peanuts.
Yeah, more peanuts.
Yeah, I think pistachios.
Do you have one too, Rubio?
Yeah, I do.
Black pepper.
What's yours? Ooh, black pepper. Actually, that's a great one.
Mine
would be-
actually fits a little bit with the black pepper. This is a really honest one that I think is underutilized, which is salt. I think
Nice.
salt used in beer, not to add a salty flavor, I want only enough for the other flavors of the beer to pop. I don't want to taste salt. I want to taste everything else because salt's a flavor enhancer. Food doesn't taste like food until it's salted properly. And I think that beer can take a lot from that culinary note. And if you introduce a little bit of salt into your beer, it could be beneficial.
What about like Szechuan pepper? Do you think Szechuan peppercorns, like the ones that isn't that the one that numbs your tongue a little bit?
Yeah.
Do you think that could be in beer?
Yeah, it could be
Beer achieve
interesting.
that, like where it numbs your tongue a little?
Yeah, the only thing is that numbing is mainly weaponized bitterness for the most part. It's a very specific kind of bitterness, but adding more bitterness to beer, I think hops have that down. I kind of want some salt in beer.
Salt's a cool answer.
Thank you.
Here's a cool question. Alan Beer says, best beer you've had in the past year.
I'm going to say it's Alan Beer.
Beer? He's the best beer? Oh boy.
I just giggle like a little girl.
Best. This whole year suddenly became so muddy to me. I'm like, what happened?
Well, why don't you let me answer
Depression
that?
and anxiety?
I got one that comes to mind.
Okay, why don't you do that?
Rothaus Pills.
That was last year?
That was this year, yeah. 2020, yeah, last year.
Fuck yeah, that's my answer too then. That was so good.
I've got, can you believe, several beers
I can.
for it. Rothaus Pills is one. Chuckanut Kolsch.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one. That was so good.
You're not going to remember this one, though, because I had it with Grant on a mini Hop Butcher Dirt Bath.
Oh, fuck. That was when I was asking you about a stout.
Yeah, dude. That one was brilliant. And Grant, I'm sorry, but you're not going to remember this one because I had it with Mike. Rough House Modern Light.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
And what about this one that you both will remember? Will Be.
That came to mind as well.
Yeah. Those are my favorites of the last year.
Man, good call. Great call. Did all those win the best of?
Yeah, I think so.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
Next question comes to us from Jason Saltzbach.
Bars with 4 to 8 decent beers with really good food all the time, or bars with 12 amazing taps that make one food thing really well. What would you rather?
I only need 1 or 2 really good beers and a great selection of food.
I'll take the shit. It really depends. Like if I come with my family, I want the really good food. If it's just me, I want the really great taps, and I'll just eat garbage with if which is to say, if I'm drinking, I want that amazing taps beer. If I'm there with my family and eating's the main motivation, yeah, I'll take the good food.
Look, if the one thing they make really well is pizza, if they make a killer fucking pizza, they can fuck everything else up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or even just like one amazing thing, I think is fucking fine. That's a great excuse to go out to a place that otherwise also has 12 amazing taps.
We literally have that place here in town. Pine House Pizza makes pretty good pizza.
No, they don't. They make shit pizza.
It's done pretty well, I
It's
think.
it's passable.
Yeah, it's passable as pizza.
But
That's
they have
it.
amazing taps.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
I
what-
would say that one is more fitting, where it's like one thing and like
No,
nothing else on the menu I'm gonna order.
They
See-
make one thing really well, and Pine House Pizza doesn't make pizza really well.
Okay,
See, when I think of 4 to 8, this place has more than that, but I always think of the hi-hat. They have a decent selection of beers, but they also have a really great, somewhat limited food menu.
Okay.
Cool. Next one.
Next,
Matt Pfiffner. What style do you see in a show's lineup that makes you excited? A style that makes you want to call in sick? We had this, different versions of this question a bunch of times.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
go
one comes to mind fairly immediately. I mean, anytime I see anything like pilsners or lagers, Helles, things like that, of course that makes me excited.
Hmm.
And then recently, we had that Connecticut lineup where the back half was a pumpkin milkshake IPA. I wanted to call in sick as soon as I fucking saw that shit. And I would have been totally remiss to miss out on that fucking beer.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I get my mind blown all the time. So sometimes my instinct to call in sick is not the right one.
I want to call in sick when I see pastry stouts.
Okay. That makes
But the one that makes me super excited, two things make me beyond excited. English pub ales, which is fucking weird to say.
Yes.
But if I get like an English pub ale or an English brown or even an American brown that looks like it's gonna, go toward an English brown
So
or beer.
civil life.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. But I've just been really excited to try these maltier beers from American breweries. The other thing that makes me super fucking excited is when I see an imported German lager that is super fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are pretty easy. If it's like a peanut butter or peanut flavored beer, watermelon beer, or a Flanders Red, I'm gonna call in sick. I'm just not gonna enjoy those. But if it's a saison, if I see a saison, I feel like I just don't have saisons enough, and every time I see one, I'm excited about this style because it's such a great style.
Oh yeah.
Ron Kretz says, "What style of beer do you miss the most?" Do I miss?
I've got an answer.
Okay.
Because the only place I can get this style of beer is when I go out to the draft house, specifically a hand pumped English cask ale. I miss that shit. And you can't really take that experience home with you.
I kind of feel like ESBs or yeah, something like that. A good ESB or a pub ale. I don't usually pick those up at the grocery store, and I feel this connection to drinking those at a pub or at a bar.
I'm going to echo you guys on this. I think that that's a great answer, and it's something that I really haven't had very much of in the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan says, if you need to grab a beer for a hayride, damn it. I did not read these in advance.
Nice.
How would you say?
If you need to grab a beer for a hayride, which would you pick? And I've got the answer that's going to trump everybody else's answers.
All right. What is it?
Jack's Abbey Copper Legend.
Oh, okay.
That's the beer that you described as a beer for a hayride.
Perfect.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, you've just laid that foundation. Like that's forever etched in stone. That is the beer for a hayride, except no substitute.
I hope they start marketing it.
Yeah.
Jack's Abbey, the perfect beer for a hayride.
That makes me so happy. Holy shit.
Next question.
Okay, let me get over there.
Adam asks, what's each of your favorite cocktail and also favorite YouTube channel, both drinking and non-drinking related?
This is a heavy question.
It's not that heavy. Cocktail, mojito for me. That's my favorite.
Old-fashioned.
What's that?
Old-fashioned, hands down.
I don't usually have a cocktail. So I usually, if I do have a cocktail, I'll say I prefer something citrusy, maybe a little bit floral, and not too aggressive.
Orange Kool-Aid, never clear.
Yeah, okay. That'd be fine. Favorite YouTube channel, drinking or non-drinking?
I've got two that come to mind. So recently introduced to me, I really love Joshua Weissman, who is a chef who was formerly at Uchiko here in Austin. Makes really great videos. They're funny, they're informative. I really like that one. And
You'll learn a lot from those. They're just a little obnoxious. He's a little extra.
He's a little extra. He admits it though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been watching a lot of Your Mom's House podcast, also on YouTube. It's with Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky.
What about you, Rubio?
I've been really enjoying Sorted Food, their Pass It On series, where it's 3 normal people and 2 chefs. They're British folks, and they have this show where they take suggestions from the audience as to like what they're going to do next. And they have this challenge, this series of challenges, one of which is called Pass It On, where they'll kind of pick an order of how they're going to proceed. And then each person has 10 minutes to work on a dish that everybody else is blinded to. So the next person comes in not knowing what the hell the first person did until they see what they're working on. And then they have to, further that thing along. It's really funny.
As far as drinking videos or YouTube channels, I really liked when you were making videos here on Beerists, Rubio. That'd be my answer there. And non-drinking, I think I've already talked about this before, but I really like the new rock stars. They just do like Marvel Easter eggs and spoilers and stuff, and I'm kind of obsessed with that. And I just like their style, and it's really quick cut.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. This is the last question. It's a big one.
And we worked on this one behind the scenes. Joseph Borders, you can build one final dream mix 6-pack. It's the only 6 beers you get to have in your fridge for the rest of the time. What are those 6 beers?
And this is tough, man. 6?
Mm-hmm.
We get 6 of these to pick from?
There was 3 that immediately came to mind, just right off the top. And I'll go ahead and start. St. Bernardus Abbot 12. Easy number 1 for me. Orval. Easy number 2. Old Rasputin, I think, is a easy number 3 there. And then I had to have some type of pills, and Rothaus pills came to mind. So I'm going to do that for number 4. Pint House Hoppy Anything. I think my favorite is like maybe a good batch of training vines for a hoppy IPA. And then the last one to round it out is Firestone Barrel Aged anything.
Hmm.
If there was maybe some type of anniversary beer or something like that, just to round out a well-blended barrel-aged beer, I would pick something from those guys.
I think they do a barrel aged goza. So I think that's going to be your pick.
The right answer is Sukaba.
Sukaba.
I'll take
Sukaba,
it.
Mikaba.
Sticky Monkey's really fucking good too, though.
Yeah, Sukaba.
Do you want to go next, Rubio?
I could go.
Do it.
This was all real easy to me. I almost had the 6 already in my head. ABGB, hell yes.
Mm.
Fatheads, Headhunter. Hill Farmstead's Everett Porter, delicious.
Oh man,
that thing kills me every time. I love
Yeah.
it. St. Bernardus, Prior 8.
okay.
I just think Abbott 12 is a little heavy, but Prior 8's right on the money for me. I love Abbott 12. As a beer I drink more, Prior 8. Rodhouse Pills.
We were all just gobsmacked by that thing.
It's so good. It's so fucking good. When it's fresh, we had it 2 weeks after it was brewed in Germany. So fucking good. Fuller's ESB is my last one.
Cool.
Right on.
I might have miscount. I think I wrote 7 down here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I wrote 6. To be fair, I wrote 6. But then you reminded me of that Hot Butcher Dirt Bath, and I was like, maybe I should add that as well. That was fucking good, and I don't have a stout on here.
It's so good. Oh, by the way, Hot Butcher, we're doing some more Hot Butcher. I think we may have already done it by the time this is out. I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yes. Okay. My 6 are Pinehouse Pizza's Electric Jellyfish. I don't think I can live without that one anymore. Strawberry Rhubarb, as I was mentioning before, from New Glarus. Rodhouse Pilsner. Spring Tonic from Scratch.
Oh, shit. That
Oh,
was good.
man.
I wrote Fuller's London Pride, actually, but I'm like, I could go ESB too. I don't know. Like, they're both so good.
They're both really good.
Brooklyn Sriracha Ace, and then Hot Butcher Dirt Bath, if I could throw in a 7, because I was
Nice.
seriously lacking in a stout.
Dude, I fucking good.
It was phenomenal. I'm like, is this how this comes out every time? Or did you guys like fuck up and now we got some weird, amazing batch here?
Did
They-
Hot Butcher already send you the beers for the next Hot Butcher show? Get him to throw in another dirt bath.
Dude, they should throw in a dirt bath for Mike.
I'll talk to them.
All right,
but
thank you.
that doesn't mean they have it ready to go or anything.
No, I know.
But yeah, they've given me a good selection of beers for the next one.
That's so nice of them. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, I feel like we went long on this one too. It seems like the
Chunk
more-
it, bitches.
Hey, real quick before you chunk anything, I want to thank you, listeners, for all these questions. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is great.
yeah, give us more of these questions.
And yeah,
let us know if you enjoyed this.
I'll pull out a post. I'll put a post out when we're going to do another one of these and just, respond like you did. I'll give you more time than the 3 hours you had to submit all the questions for these 3 minis.
They're so clutch.
Fucking
Chunk
awesome.
it, bitches.